I went at him with the trash can, but since it was so slow, they knocked it out of my hand, and I picked up the wooden stick laying on the ground and went at them with that. And when that got knocked away, it's Dragon Feet time. They go down relatively quick and drop about $8 each time you do it. This is a very easy way to farm some money to help you out later on, as I'm sure you've noticed by now that when defeated, characters drop silver coins that are indeed money that you can use to buy the various goodies I explained about. So I'm gonna clobber these guys a bunch of times to save up enough money to where I won't have to do this later on in the game, and can just proceed through the run. I will, of course, be editing this out, so you don't have to sit through the whole thing, but I'm just going to explain a little bit about the weapons I'll be using, and you'll be seeing throughout the game, for those who don't know. First is the wooden stick, which I'm using right now. It's a pretty fast weapon, but it's also pretty weak, as it'll take numerous hits with this thing to take them out. About 9 hits each, I believe. Then there's the brass knuckles, which is that little oval thing you see underneath them flashing. That's about as good as the stick, except it's got closer range, and of course it can also be thrown. Then there's the lead pipe, which is just as fast as the wooden stick, but a little stronger. A chain, which, like I said before, is one of the more notable weapons, as it has the longest range in the game, and is really strong. It's about as strong as the lead pipe, if not stronger. Then there's the trash can, which is the strongest weapon in the game, but also the slowest, as you saw with these guys just knocking it out of my hand because it was so slow. And the last weapon is the tire. The tire is, I think, about as strong as this trash can, or lead pipe, I'm not sure. And when you throw it, it rolls across the screen. If there's a wall or something in front of you, it will bounce off the wall and come back at you for a little bit. And if you time it right, you can actually jump onto the tire and get a little ride. I might do that in this run if the situation arises, we'll see. Now with that out of the way, I'm going to continue clobbering these guys, so we'll be back once it's done. See you then. And we're back. Just about got all the money I'm going to need here. Just going to knock him out one more time, as Clyde is down and he won't forget this. And now we're going to go take out Benny here, who tried to kick me, but I took back him with my mighty stick. Blocked it, but he's not good enough. Bang! And that blows his day. Too bad. Yeah, we'll meet again. Sure. He drops his coin, and with that, I have about $162. Perfect. So now we can set off and finish this game. We can save the city, rescue Ryan's girlfriend, and then do something. Gonna go back a little bit here, get my health back, and buy some more milk from this burger joint. Also say hello to the little waitress. Now, milk is the cheapest one here you can buy, obviously. They're all pretty good. I'm just saving money. Iced tea will fill a little more health, as well as soda and the Merv Ball. But like I said, I'm just saving money. This also maxes out my power, which is already maxed out. I'm gonna have a couple more of these. Ryan drinks the milk, gets my stamina up. He drinks the milk, eats the carton. Nod, nod, nod. That time I accidentally said, I'll take it with me, and there she gave it to me in a bag, and that goes in my inventory. So I'm gonna have to use that after we're done here. When I'm out fighting, I'm not gonna drink milk to get just a little bit of health back. I'll buy something better that gives me more health back. This just works because, like I said, it's cheaper and it's here. So I'm gonna leave the restaurant now. Go into my inventory. Milk. Drinks the milk. Stamina's completely maxed, and max power 1 up. And that's that. So now we can finally continue on. Screen, and we enter Capitol Avenue Bridge, which is now occupied by the jocks. I'm gonna use Death from Above here, walk over, and beat him in the face with a stick, and then uppercut. These guys yell mama, as we got this guy here with a chain. I missed him, that time. They both had chains. That was Brad. Now I'm gonna get back up here. Ooh. Yeah, the game is fun, Matt. Sorry if that's fun for you. Kurt wants his mama. And beat the heck out of whoever this guy is. That was Mike. He wants his mama too. Now this guy's gonna go for the brass knuckles. If there's any weapon laying on the floor, the computer, the AI was gonna go for it right away. That's the first thing they're gonna do. If they don't already have a weapon and come at you with it. Once you knock theirs away, they're right away gonna pick one up. Now we're gonna move into downtown, where we see our first new group, the Homeboys. Well, our next new group. first-aid group above the trap. And there's the tire. If I were to pick it up, which I don't need to, I could throw it at them or hit them with it, and if I miss, it would go rolling off the screen. Now these guys went back to saying barf, which is much better than mama. Works for me. What made this game famous. Trying to hit him with his buddy here, but I missed, so I'm just gonna jump him. And there goes the tire as I picked it up by mistake, and as you can see, it rolled back a little bit after hitting the invisible barrier. Another thing to mention is if you're not careful, you can get hit with your own items. It is possible to throw a weapon at an enemy, have it bounce back, and hit you at the same time. So you gotta be careful like that. Now I'm gonna jump up here on this brick wall and go after these guys, whose name flashed too quick for me to see because I was talking and trying not to be killed. But that was Max and Sid, and they both left us with the parting words of wham. But they're no match for my Chun-Li Dragon Feet, as were Vinny and Louie, or Vincent. There goes Lefty. Oh, that's right, there's also a crate. I'm sorry. There's 7 weapons, as he just hit his own guy with a crate. The crate is about as strong as the tire, I think, maybe as strong as the trash can, I'm not too sure. And it's decent speed, I guess. Not the same speed as the tire, and it can be thrown. It doesn't seem to break, and can be thrown a decent distance before stopping. So I'm waiting for this guy to move here. I'm gonna get him. There he goes. Well, his money fell, but so did he. Now that takes care of everything here. So we're gonna head into this building, the WSL company, the steel company, and it's the homeboys' turf. Now this part is actually pretty tricky. You have to use a running start to climb up these boxes. So I found if you stand right at that grate there and run and then do your running jump, you're more prone to make it. You have to start at least at that grate, otherwise you'll bounce into it and bounce off. Now once you get up here, you come over, and of course the 2 homeboys are waiting for you. So I'm gonna drop down over here and lure them over this way. And take that. Ernie and Bobby. Barf. Now, unfortunately, I tried to lure them over to hope that those guys would spawn on this side, but it didn't work and I spawned over there. So now I gotta jump back up. You know, these boxes here, as you saw, I just bounced off there. That's what happens on the other side if you're not careful and don't time it right. Now I'm gonna jump down this way. Come on, down. And that's it. Now with Chip and Peter there out of the way, gonna try and jump back up here. There we go, right from the grate again. Jump over the little wall there. To come over and fight our second boss, Rocco. Yeah, I got past Moose, and now he's gonna handle us. He's got Biff. He's shouting for the bully from Back to the Future. Don't think he's gonna come off good. Come on, go down. There we go. Blade is in Sherman's Park. He's waiting. Now, at this point, you don't have to fight Blade. I can continue on and go further through the story. But since I'm going to fight all the bosses, I now have to backtrack all the way to Sherman Park, which is back towards the beginning of the game. There was an exit in the park in Sticksville at the top of the screen that I actually missed when first playing this game. I didn't even know it was there. But, excuse me. But that is where you have to go to meet Blade, who is obviously waiting for you. He's a pretty easy boss. He's the first of the zombie gang, as I just take Peter out there. And Bobby. Come on, whoever you are. Yeah, there we go. There goes Chip. There's also a baseball. You keep forgetting all of them. Baseball is about as good as a brass knuckles. You can hit your opponent close up with it, or throw it at your opponent. Unfortunately, there's no bat. There's a wooden stick. I've never actually tried to hit the baseball with a wooden stick, but I'm sure it's possible. And I'm doing some jump dragon feet, and dragon feet and the rest of them. Bang! And I hit that guy with his own buddy. I pick him up and throw him, and I bash him against the tire. As you see there, I just ran into the tire and took a little bit of damage. But I was saying before, you gotta be careful with that, especially with the tire, because it rolls the easiest. As I just took down Chip the second or third. I'm not sure how many Chips I fought. So now we're back on the Capitol Avenue Bridge, where we met Roxy the Ninja. And you're gonna take out the homeboys. Come on. Right here, give him some stuff from above. There goes Ernie. There goes Brady. Not part of the Brady bunch. Kick him in the gut. There goes Greg. Again, not part of the Brady bunch. Just kind of people. Bug. Peter. and Robbie all barfing away. That should be it. Nope, nope, there's one more guy. You don't really need to fight all the guys, but hey, that's what makes the game so fun. Beating the living crap out of people. Alright, now back here at the first mall. Gonna duck in here real quick and get some health back. This time I'm gonna buy some Karma Jolt from the pharmacy, which is a very nice boost to the stamina and gives you a little bit of stat boost. These are what I'll be using for the rest of the game, as I'm going to buy a couple of them to keep in my inventory for later, just in case, because now I'm going to use one. So, probably going to buy a couple more later on. They increase your throw power, give you a lot of stamina, and max power. Now I'm going to exit out, and head back to Sherman Park. Run past the girls who you can't do anything to, talk to, whatever, they just keep walking out. Then walk out and nearly